Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer and coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I have a message again coming to you in the midst of what goes on in my life. I can't help myself. But today I wanted to share a message with you that is hopefully going to empower you the message is that your pain, the pain that you experience, is absolutely no greater than the pain that you're inflicting on others by not being all of who you can be. And the reason why I wanted to share this particular message with you guys today is because I found myself in kind of a state of just feeling sad and just feeling a bit low. And what happens for me, let me give you a bit of background. So I have different strategies and rituals that I do each and every day that empower me on the individual level. I've tried a lot of things. I've done all sorts of different things in terms of empowering myself through rituals. And I've come up with like a structure of the ones that really help me, really get me into the right kind of mindset, into an empowered state for the day. And recently, I have dropped the ball on a couple of things, and one of them in particular has been around my writing. So in the past, I used to do a lot of handwritten journaling. I did that like back to back. I'd spend like at least an hour a day just like going through all this journaling, writing, everything's down. I've got so many journals, just hanging out from different years where I've done this on a daily basis. And as I've grown and evolved and shifted into the work that I do, I started feeling like I want to share more of this stuff without having to handwrite it and then type it out and present it to you guys in a message. So I started about a year ago just writing all my sort of journaling process onto the computer and then being able to develop a message out of it for you guys as well. But I've been definitely dropping the ball in that game because it takes a lot of time and energy, and I've devoted a lot of my time and energy to groups that I've been managing and also one-on-one clients that I'm trying to like make it all happen. And I've gotten to this point where I'm like, oh, throw that away. Don't worry about doing that so much. You've got all this other more important stuff and more, people that you've let down if you're not putting more time in to what you're doing with them. Let the ball drop, and for me what happens is after a while I can find myself in a state of just not my best, and just feeling kind of like burnout. I can do it for a while, not really looking at that stuff and going for this other stuff that's truly fulfilling, but I found myself kind of just feeling like pretty flat this morning, and so I found some awesome music. I hadn't actually, and I might sound crazy now, but I actually hadn't heard, or I think I kind of have heard of who David Chappelle is, but I didn't really know him, and I found some music on YouTube, and I found some of his music, and I was like, boom, and I've just like downloaded all his albums and stuff, but I got into his music, and I started typing and writing, and I found myself absolutely in tears, just letting through like just all this emotional experience and kind of just getting myself back on track and getting into this story that I wanted to share with you guys today, and why I've come up with this message as to why your pain, the pain that you're experiencing, is no greater than the pain that you inflict on others when you're not being all of who you could be. Where that message came from was as I started my writing today, which I hadn't been doing for a little while, it started in this kind of like, everything that was missing kind of way. And most of the time, I'm super grateful for everything that I get to do. I pinch myself sometimes to think how lucky I am to be able to create the life that I want and live it on my terms, and to conceptualize something that really inspires me and then bring it into reality and make it all happen some way. I'm so grateful for that. But some of the time, like this morning, I can fall into this feeling of just feeling totally empty, totally alone, feel like I don't have that go-to person that I can just collapse into the chest of and just without having to justify or speak any words into existence, no justification, no explanation, just be held, or just have somebody in your life who just holds space for you. in that regard. And I do a lot of that in my life, and I don't need too much of it in my life, but at some point I do reach a stage where I'm just like, oh, all I want is that, without that feeling that I can get caught up in within myself, which is that feeling of feeling like I'm going to burden another person with my emotional experience, instead of just being able to just let loose and get over it and move through it. And that comes from a lot of my experience in the past, and having people in my life who I did feel like I burdened if I shared too much of who I am with. So I just didn't, and I have, held back those parts. And I feel lucky enough to have certain people in my life who I absolutely can go the depths with, but sometimes I just want that presence in my life where I don't have to explain anything and I can just move through it. But that was kind of my sob story, and as I moved through the sob story, I got to a place of realizing what's driving that. And for me, I have such a burning desire to see the mission and the vision that I have as to how I want to be of service, as to how I want to make a meaningful difference. I have that as the underpinning to that frustration or that fear. For me, the reason why I can get into that emotional state is because I so badly want my vision to become a reality. And I'm on that journey of doing so. And I have to take a step back and be grateful for every step of the way that is just manifesting and blowing my mind in so many ways. But at the same time, I can't let my sob story, poor me, get in the way of me actually moving in the direction of creating that, no matter how I feel. No matter, if I'm going to have those down moments or up moments or whatever it is, not letting that experience get in the way of me being of my highest service, me being all of who I can be. And so throughout that process of journaling, I'll share it with you guys tomorrow in the post that I do. But you'll be able to see how I kind of transform through the sob story into an empowered state. And the reason why I get to an empowered state is because it's not about me. It's actually about something bigger than just my emotional experience. It's actually about something that inspires me, that in my terminology inspires my socks off, just completely inspires the deeper part of me. And sometimes, music really helps you get into that inspired state. It absolutely does for me. If you guys are interested, I'll share with you the playlist that I created from that incredible guy, David Chappelle. I feel stupid for not knowing who the hell he was before today, but because I'm sure you guys probably know who he is. I don't know. But that music just really allowed me to tap into that deeper part of me, get beyond my sob story, and actually get reattached to that vision that will help pull me through my own victim story and actually get past, so I can actually be of service and actually make the kind of contribution that I'm looking to do and create in my lifetime. So I absolutely hope that me sharing this with you guys is of value to you. It's going to empower you. And I hope that it allows you to see, yes, okay, we're going to have our own subjective, emotional, painful experience at times, but how long do we stay there? And that's what makes the difference between whether you are actually going to get below the fears. Like, the fears are just surface. How you feel, your sob story, your victim story, it's like just so surface level. What's really driving that is something inspirational. What's really driving that is your true calling, is that mission, is that vision, is that deeper part of you that absolutely knows you've got a genius within you. You know that you've got more to share, more to give, more to be inspired by, more to experience. It's that deeper calling for you. And when it ends up in this surface level fear, it's really that you've just gotten so focused on your painful experience and you've lost sight of the grander picture of something much larger than just you on the individual level, and to simultaneously not discount the value that you as an individual can contribute at your highest capacity. And when you couple a grander vision, something larger than just you, and you couple that with knowing the value of you as an individual, that is the gift that you have to give to the world. That is what pulls you through the challenging, difficult emotional struggles of life that we all experience as human beings. It's just part of being a human being, and actually allows you to fully tap into your limitless potential and be of your grandest service to the world. So, with all that being said, I really hope that this message has empowered you and served you, and I'd love to hear from you. So please say hi and I'll engage with you guys now. Ask me any questions. You guys know how much energy you guys give me with your questions. Share any wisdom, any words of wisdom that you'd love to share with our community here. Love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, please book in one of my 15-minute power sessions so I get to meet you and get to dive into your world and see how I can support and challenge and encourage you to your next level. So definitely do that. Links up above. And I'm going to check in with you guys before I race off to the gym. So, who have I got? I've got Ram, awesome, and Huss is here, awesome, and Judy, and Ben, and Zach, and Vanessa, hello, lovely to see you, beautiful, and Elias, hello to you, my friend, and Elliot, and Jace, and Elliot, good day to you, my friend, and Alonia, I'll get your name right one day. I always love seeing you join me live. And Kiminari and Leo's here. And Jace, good afternoon, miss. Been missing your lives lately? Busy. Yes, I've missed having you live with me, Jace. So cool to see you back again. And I hope you've been catching the recordings. And I hope that life is really rocking. And Sam is here. Awesome, my friend. And Jodie's here. And Amanda. And Sam, I'm loving that you're loving my... what's purple, pink, whatever you want to call it. I love that you love it. And Elliot, real friends are never a burden. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. I love that, absolutely. And you know what? That's my own fear and limitation. Nobody's ever said to me, you're a burden. But I've developed that kind of mentality, you know, and without going too deep, personality psychology, oh my God, I can't help but bring it to you guys all the time, but it makes a lot of sense in the personality type that I am. I'm an ENFJ for all of you Myers-Briggs guys out there. But yes, absolutely, Elliot. And we need to drop our own fears and insecurities about being a burden in other people's lives so that we can give them an opportunity to actually be of service as a friend. So boom, absolutely. And Alexandria, hello, my spirit sister. And Charles, you rocked your Facebook Live. I loved it. And Sam, love that. Inspire your socks off. Absolutely. All the time. And Brian, hey Vanessa, your vulnerability and authenticity is inspiring. Oh, I appreciate that, my friend. Pain is something we all can relate to. Now you have me thinking that not only do we have stories we tell ourselves, but sub-stories as well. Abso-freaking-lutely. Most definitely, Brian. And I so appreciate your appreciation of my vulnerability and authenticity. Absolutely what I'm always striving to be more of. So I so appreciate that. And yes, pain is part of the human experience. But like I said, do we stay there or do we see what's really below it, you know, and really know that I'm always saying follow your fears and mine them for the gold that is underneath, because they are always shining light on what you as an individual value most. You know, my fears and sob story or whatever came up today was really because of that vision that I just so desperately want to have manifested in my lifetime. And you know, because I have that much emotional energy and charge towards its manifestation, I put so much into it, and yeah, it can sometimes lead me back up here into this surface level fear. But absolutely, when we follow that fear and we get into that story, and like you're saying, Brian, the sub stories below it, getting right into that subconscious and chasing it down for the value and that inspirational piece, there's so much value to be mined, like I said. So absolutely, Brian, love you being here as always, my friend. And Joseph is here, and Matthew, awesome. And Huss, music definitely does it for me. It really got me going today. It's amazing how that happens. David Chappelle. I don't know if it's Dave. It's definitely David, but I don't know if he goes by Dave as well. He is singing. No, was he singing? No, I might be thinking of another Dave Chappelle. Isn't Dave Chappelle like a comedian, or am I getting my mind like totally messed up? David Chappelle, his music. No, it's no words. Really, I need no words, because if I listen to words while I'm trying to type words, like I just get too caught up in the story of the music or something. But Beautiful, beautiful music. I'll drop you a couple of the songs that I downloaded today. So good. I love the playlist that I created. It's really inspirational and much needed. And yes, music is the bomb when we definitely want to just tap into that deeper part of us that is actually inspirational. And, you know, tapping into music always takes me to this place of getting outside of myself and connecting more with like why we're even here. You know, when you get that real inspirational music, I love it. And Matthew, I'm doing really well. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well as well. And Carlos is here. And Zook, did you face serious difficulty in your life? You know what? Difficulty in our lives is so subjective. You know, what's difficult in one person's life, you know, is it's different. It's a subjective experience. But I like to think that every single one of us, every single human being, if you're a human being, you have experienced difficulty in your life, however you want to look at it. And if you guys want me to talk more about my difficulties, which I've shared with you time and time again, but absolutely let me know. I don't want to go down too far of a rabbit hole and tell you my whole life story right now. But if it's of interest to you, then always let me know. And absolutely, Zook, if I'm pronouncing your name right, I have definitely experienced serious difficulty, relationship breakdowns, health challenges, financial instability, you name it. I think every single one of us can name the difficulties that we've experienced in our lives, absolutely. And Edgar, hi Vanessa, sending you love from Chihuahua, Mexico. Beautiful message. And indeed, you need to change your mindset, change your focus, and use your history to be a better version of yourself. Absolutely, Edgar. And I love always seeing you join me live. And definitely, I like to use reflecting back into our history as a way to inspire ourselves, see what we've overcome, see what we've learned, see how we've grown and progressed to give us that fuel to become our highest version of ourselves, like you're saying there, Edgar. Love it. Absolutely. And Josie's here, and Sam, just got back from gym. Awesome. Feeling inspired and hungry. I love it. I'm just about to head off to the gym. So awesome work, Sam. And Huss, hope you can find the time to tap into your inner inspiration, V. Please keep writing, my friend. Thank you, Huss. So appreciated, my friend. And yeah, I feel like I just, as you go on that journey of really tapping into your inner wisdom, or your intuition, your inner tuition, whatever you want to call it, it gets quicker and quicker to move through not so great moments to the better ones. So yes, I definitely need to keep writing. That's my personal way in. I love that, Huss. Thank you, my friend. And Jazzy's here. And Jace, I was only thinking about pain this morning and thanking those for the pain. It's helped me raise my game. Boom. I love that. Absolutely. Everything, like if we take that whole concept of everything being on the way, not in the way, we can start to develop a really great relationship with challenge. Every time I'm faced with challenge, I know I'm going to grow from it. I have a mindset, a growth mindset that says I will always learn the lesson and I will always grow and I will always use every challenge to become better. So when you take that kind of mentality and you don't project a fantasy onto life that everything's going to be perfect and beautiful and nothing's going to challenge you and everything's just going to support you, you can drop that to the side. You'll actually start to develop a really great, strong relationship with challenge and with yourself so that you can actually grow and take the lessons. So I love that, Jace. Awesome mindset. And Phil, awesome to see you. And Edgar, pain is a sign that we are changing, that we are healing ourselves. So we need to let go and move on, learn from the fears, our pain, find your inspiration, listen to your intuition, and create a spark in order to shine brighter our inner light. Boom, Edgar. Such words of wisdom and so appreciated, my friend. Absolutely. So beautiful. And Rocky's here, and Gabrielle, awesome to see you, and Tavis is here as well. So cool of each and every one of you guys to join me live today. I hope that today's message is resonating with you guys and it will get you thinking about how your pain, that pain that you experience when you're just focused on yourself, is definitely no greater than the pain that you're inflicting on others by not stepping up and being all of who you can be. All right, so honor your own emotional experience, but move past it, move through it, move past it, so that you can actually tap into a more inspired vision that's not just about you. It's actually much larger than just you, and it can pull you through those difficult times and not keep you so limited and stuck, and not realizing that you're actually generating and creating pain for others who you could actually be serving. So much love, and I'm doing really well, Tavis. I hope you are as well. And Matthew, I hope you catch the recording and get a ton of value from today's message. I'm going to sign off. I'm sending you, as always, all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you, to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary. And I hope you're going to do something empowering. I'm off to the gym because I really need to go work out my body. And I hope that today's message has served you. And thank you so, so much for spending your time and joining me live. And for those of you guys who will be catching the recording, love that you're listening. So much love for you all. And I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow.